we have taught you the high-low system, and some of the other systems out there, some of the names are KO, High Opt, Halves, Zen, Red 7, and different counting systems have different drawbacks and benefits. And we're going to spend just a couple minutes and talk about why we use and why we teach high-low. Basically, there's two main factors that have to do with choosing a counting system, the first being accuracy. So having a balanced counting system, which is what high-low is, which means we start at 0 and we end at 0, there's the same number of positive cards as negative cards, is a little more complicated than an unbalanced counting system, but that's because it requires a true count conversion, but this makes it more accurate. So the greater the accuracy means the greater the EV, and the decrease of variance. So variance is, we'll get into more of that later, but that's just how much your bankroll is going to fluctuate, how much your win rate is going to fluctuate. The second factor, though, which is really important, which is the main reason why we choose the high-low, is because of simplicity. There are more counting systems out there that are more simple, but the balance that it has between accuracy and simplicity is actually pretty important. One thing to always keep in mind is that ultimately a system is only as good as you are able to practice it to a perfect state. So we feel like high-low is accurate enough that we can win the max amount of money, while at the same time being simple enough that we can play it perfectly at all times while engaging in the consumer environment and do it flawlessly. So those are just some thoughts on that. You guys will hear about other accounting systems, I'm sure, but we're convinced that high-low is by far the best counting system for you to be using.